We're at Stand Down 2018. My thanks to the Minnesota Assistance Council for Veterans for hosting this event. It's been a lot of work up to this point. Darius Simon on the show again to talk about the event, how you feel it's going thus far, and what you expect today.
Oh, yes, sir. I feel like it's a great event so far. Lots of veterans coming through the door, a lot of camaraderie, a lot of resources being utilized. It's a great event.
You guys put a lot of work into these, and it's nice to see the turnout come around.
You do as well, Charlie. We can't take all the credit. You did a lot of work advertising and a lot of work, getting providers here. We appreciate that too.
Darius is Northwest Region coordinator of veterans services for veterans that are facing homelessness and sheltered or unsheltered. Keeps you pretty busy. Let's get the word out about MACV and what you all have to offer veterans, not just necessarily those that are facing tough financial times, but veterans that just might need employment or assistance with some legal issues.
Yes, sir. We have a legal team here up from Minneapolis. They can help you with any legal services that you may need, whether that's a will, a suspended driver's license, driving after a vacation, whatever legal questions you may have, come out and see us and they can answer them for you.
Okay. The best contact point would be probably through our offices or any of the offices in Veteran Services in Minnesota.
Yes, sir. Our first line contact is our VSOs, and if you can come in and see your VSO in your area, they can get a hold of me.
Speaking of teamwork, we couldn't do it without Laura Nelson, our Assistant Veteran Service Officer. Sherry Frazanki is around here somewhere. She just kind of is camera shy as well, right? Where are you off to from here? What events have you got coming up yet this summer?
Oh, we have a lot of events planned on our calendar. You can check it out on our website at magv.org. You can find all our up-to-date stuff there. To be honest, off the top of my head, I don't really know what tomorrow's going to bring, let alone today. So
I looked at the website. It's a very nice website. That's mac-v.org. You're a 501c3. Yes. You always welcome contributions or maybe benefactors that are looking to give some money to if they have no family or friends, if they could be included in a will as well.
Yes, sir, it can. We're also looking for volunteers at events like this. So it doesn't have to be a monetary donation. If you want to come donate your time, that would be awesome also.
We're at Stand Down 2018 at the Fergus Falls National Guard Armory.
Welcome to the Stand Down, being held today in Fergus Falls at the Armory. I'm with Mike Mills of Independent Lifestyles, and he has a program that helps veterans learn to live or find resources to help them live independently. Mike, could you please tell us a little bit about the program?
Sure. What Independent Lifestyles does, we work with people with disabilities of all shapes and sizes. I'm their veterans liaison, so I work with veterans and non-veterans on teaching them how to live independently, because when we have a disability, we kind of shut ourselves in and forget how to live. So we work with them on teaching them how to live again.
So how do you find or reach out to the veterans?
They're referred to us through a county social worker or the VA social worker, or word of mouth, or whatever, however they get the word.
Can you tell us about the location where this facility is, and a little bit about the property and some of the activities that take place there?
Well, at Independent Lifestyles, we're located in Sauk Rapids, Minnesota, but we have in our office in Sauk Rapids, we have the independent living specialist, we have Red Pay East specialist, we have SNBC, PCA Choice, peer mentorship, wide variety of different programs we offer there. But we also have a place up in Walker called Camp Bliss, where we do retreats for veterans and their caregivers, for male and female veterans both.
Okay, that sounds wonderful. I saw another little card on your table that says Operation 23-0. Could you please tell us a little bit about that as well?
Yes, Operation 23-0 was founded in Minnesota, down in the cities, and what we do is we bring the suicide rate among veterans to the general population, hence the 23-0. There's roughly 23 veterans a day that kill themselves.
Mike, if people are interested in learning more about this program or would like to help, how could they reach out and get in contact with someone?
They can reach out to me at either Mike M at independentLifestyles.net, or they can call me at 320-282-2800.
Mike, on behalf of veterans and people everywhere, I want to thank you very much for your service.
Thank you.
Hey, wandering around the stand down, and I stopped here at Base Camp Hope, and where I've ran into Howie and Diane, and I'm going to ask them to introduce themselves and speak a little bit about themselves, their service, and then what Base Camp Hope, what that brings to the veterans.
Let's do ladies first.
Okay, and he knows I'll be a little bit more long-winded because he's a preacher. I'm Diane Kinney. I'm the executive director for Base Camp Hope. A little back history. I am a former Army Sergeant. I was stationed out at Fort Riley, Kansas, a radio teletype operator. And Base Camp Hope basically formed because I was a chaplain with the Minnesota Patriot Guard, and I kept on seeing the veterans who were not doing too well and not going to the VA, and so I knew something had to be out there, so I formed Base Camp Hope. It's a 24-hour call line. The phone number is 651-283-8459. Call day or night, doesn't matter. You can text also. And anytime a veteran's triggered or a family member is worried, we're there for them. We do a no fireworks 4th of July, and like we said, we have the 24-hour call line also. Anything else? Am I forgetting? Oh yes, we do all the stand downs, and we run the chaplain's table here.
Yeah, and I'm Chaplain Howie Krinke. I spent 32 years in the Army Reserve, and I was at one of the first ones, and we've been going to these ever since. And it's just a wonderful need because we bring in the veterans from all levels of health and well-being, and we provide these wonderful things here, and we provide spiritual gifts for their grandchildren, their children, Bibles. We encourage them, we pray with them, just befriend them, encourage them. It's just a wonderful thing for us to give back to our veterans who've given so much, and so we're just very happy to be at all of these stand downs.
And one of the things I forgot, if you want to support a veterans organization like this, we do take any type of donations, so you can contact us on our website at basecamphope.org.
Diane and Howie, thank you very much. And again, thank you for the service and your continued service to the veterans. Thank you. I'm with Sam from the Y, and she's going to talk about veterans programs at the Y in Fergus.
Yes, so at the YMCA, we offer a no join fee for veterans. We waive our $50 joining fee. And then we also offer financial assistance to anybody who might experience hardship in their life, whether that's economic or another medical issues or something in life that is causing a hardship. And we do reduced rate memberships through that program. So our normal adult membership is $49 a month, and we're able to do memberships for less than that through that program, which is an application process. And the YMCA is a great place for veterans to come and live a healthy life, meet some people in the community, stay healthy physically and mentally and socially, and also a great place for active duty military persons for their families. We have, through our financial assistance program, also help for programs such as after school childcare and summer day camp and services that veterans and active duty families may be looking for.
Okay, being the Y, and I know there's a lot of opportunities for exercise and physical activity, are there programs specifically designed for veterans with disabilities?
We have a wide variety of classes, and those classes are geared towards people of all levels and all abilities. So the instructors are really great and informed and able to help a person who comes in that might have a limitation to be able to participate in that class. So,
Thank you, Sam, and we certainly encourage everyone to stop by the Y.
thank you.
All right, now every event needs food, and I'm in the kitchen here, and they're putting the final touches on the cakes that were donated by Sunmart Foods. Other food that the veterans will enjoy are the buns from Casey's, chips from Shearer's. We've got gobble up turkey, and then soft drinks from Service Food. The veterans will leave here with a full stomach and enjoy a nice meal around noontime. Thanks, ladies. All right, I'm with Em and Bernie, and I affectionately call these two the quilt ladies. I got to spend a little time with them 2 years ago when they're last in Fergus Falls, and I'm going to ask them to talk about the quilts for veterans.
Well, we have 6 brothers and 5 of them were in the military. So we were raised to support the veterans. And my one brother, Frank, in Vietnam, he told me they built the same bridge 3 times because they kept blowing it up. But anyway, anyway, this is our way of supporting the veterans. We make quilts, we give them to veterans. We do not ask them to give an account of their work or anything. We don't care which service they served in. If they served our country, then we support them.
So how do you raise money to buy the materials to produce these beautiful quilts?
Basically, we have a plant bake sale Memorial Day weekend at church, which is at St. James in Maine, rural Underwood. And we have a rummage sale in June, the Friday and Saturday before Father's Day.
And on St. Patrick's Day in Underwood, we have a huge, what do you call that? That they eat on St. Patrick's Day, that meat. Anyway, cabbage and, what the heck is it? Anyway, and like it's in Underwood, but I tell you, it's a big area thing. I spend just about all day just visiting with everybody that day. And we have bake sale and everything, but that's a big fundraiser for the community of Denton, Underwood, and Fergus.
So if someone was interested and felt so inclined to make a cash donation, they would simply send a check to...
You know, the address is actually on the paper.
It's on the paper, but
You didn't put it on there?
send it to the church in Maine, right?
Yeah. That's
What
not
else?
a good idea.
No, it's not.
Emma will write it down for you.
that.
Okay,
She had it on there, I'm sorry.
that's okay.
I have it on all the letters inside the quilts. I have my address.
Okay.
You know.
All right.
Are you a veteran?
I am. And you did. I was going to say I am a proud owner, very happy to have one of these beautiful quilts. And I want to thank you very much. All right. Ladies, thank you. All right, I'm with Byron. And Byron is a World War II vet who has been fortunate enough to go on an honor flight. And I'm going to ask him to talk just a little bit about that experience.
I can't say enough good about it. It was wonderful. And the only thing wrong was not long enough there to read everything and, see everything. But it was a wonderful experience for a couple of days. I sure appreciated it.
What sights did you get to see in Washington?
What did I get to see?
Yeah, what sights?
Well, where the military and stuff like that. It was just whatever, what's in Washington, D.C. You got to see a lot of it, but briefly.
So after the war ended, can you tell us about what you did after that?
I was into music, playing shows, stage shows out west and with the accordion, and I had the pleasure of doing some stage shows with Myron Florin from the Welk Show, and I had an letter of introduction to see what I could do with the show, and I was teaching music at the time. A drunk crowded me off the road. I went rolling down the mountain at Sunnyside Dam in Washington State, and my head went through the windshield. I got a concussion. It was the end of my playing. So went into carnival and circus.
The circus?
Yeah, and training elephants and ponies and so forth. And I love elephants. This sounds crazy, but elephants are wonderful pets. Boy, you treat them right, they'll do anything for you.
Just have a big appetite, I imagine.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they can eat over 100 pounds of feed in a day. Yeah.
So how long were you with the circus?
Well, it's about 40 years.
40 years?
Yeah.
All over the country?
Yeah. These 5 states around here. Yeah. Well, it was just very much a pleasure. Hard work, but I enjoyed it. But like I say, my playing days were over. Yeah. Well, this is a wonderful thing you have here.
It is wonderful.
Yes.
And Byron, thank you very much for your service. And it's very nice to meet you and talk with you.
My name is Robert Sidoris. I am the state commander of the Disabled American Veterans. The mission of the Disabled American Veterans is a little bit different than other veterans organizations in that our mission is legislation for veterans or their spouses or family, and to help all disabled veterans. All of our money goes to veterans and to nothing but veterans. We have a clothing program that we call the Enterprise Program, and that is ran by Josh at the state office, which is 612, and I got to look down here, 651-291-1212, and he can talk to you about the clothing program. It's great for the state of Minnesota because we get the money back into veterans' hands. The other program we have that you see all over the state is our transportation program. At this time, we have 27 vans. You'll see a DAV van all over the state carrying veterans to the hospitals. We charge no money. Our drivers are absolutely volunteers, no pay, and we ask that every veteran that needs to go to a VA hospital call and ask to ride our vans. And again, you can call the same number I just called Josh, and they will, that I gave you for Josh, and he will give you the number for the transportation dispatcher in your area. We're putting in a new dispatcher down in the southeast corner of Minnesota, where we're going to have 4 new vans. We pull into 4 states besides Minnesota. We have a foundation which gives out grants. We just purchased a courtesy van for the VA hospital in Fargo. $15,000 of that money went from the foundation. We also just put $50,000 into the Veterans Home at Minneapolis for a dental program, which is, we think, the first in the nation for a Veterans Home to have their own dental program. Our $50,000, and then we had V4V that gave money and other organizations. We also are in the process of purchasing a new van for the Fergus Falls Veterans Home. Their van is 20 years old, so we're going to buy them a new one. And our foundation has donated $15,000 for that. Our department, along with the clothing and along with the transportation, we have legislation. Legislative director is Trent, and right now we're working on a huge legislative issue that hopefully will give spouses of veterans, deceased veterans, the right to move to a different home and still keep their discount on their taxes like they have in the home they're presently in. And we also are working on legislation for getting more money to be taken from taxes. Right now it's $300,000 if you are 100% and if you're 70%, it's $250,000. We're hoping we get that raised, and we are working on, my goodness, so many different projects around the state. We have 30 chapters in the state, and there has got to be one somewhere in your area. If you want to get involved with us with, the other program we have that's huge is our equipment program. We provide equipment to veterans in need. We have a lady by the name of Stephanie in St. Cloud that provides that. And she, if you call the number I gave before with Josh, he'll give you Stephanie's number. I can't remember all these numbers. But I can tell you that we're here for you, and if you need help from the DAV, if you need help for fuel, if you need help for rent, if you need help for something else, call the DAV in your area. Ask them if they'll help you, and ask them for transportation. We're here for you, and we will continue to be here for you forever. Thank you.